Today we will discuss a remarkable figure from among the Tabi'in, a scholar who was a role model in knowledge and worship. He was Abu Bakr bin Abdurrahman bin al-Harith, known by the nickname Rahib, or the priest of the Quraysh. Allah Almighty says in Surah Al-Kahf verses 30-31, "As for those who believe and do good, we certainly never deny the reward of those who are best in deeds. It is they who will have the gardens of eternity, with rivers flowing under their feet. There they will be adorned with bracelets of gold, and wear green garments of fine silk and rich brocade, reclining there on canopied couches. What a marvelous reward, and what a fabulous place to rest." This verse reflects the life of Abu Bakr bin Abdurrahman bin al-Harith, who combined faith with good deeds, knowledge with piety. Abu Bakr came from the prominent family of Bani Makhzum, one of the honored clans of the Quraysh. His father was Abdurrahman bin al-Harith bin Hisham, while his mother was Sarah binti Hisham, both from Bani Makhzum. This noble lineage did not make him arrogant, rather it encouraged him to reach higher glory through knowledge and good deeds. He once said about knowledge, "Knowledge is reserved for one of these three people, the one who has a noble ancestry and he adorns it with knowledge, or the one who associates with the Sultan who asks him for help with knowledge." These words seem to describe himself, who had a noble ancestry and adorned it with extensive knowledge. Abu Bakr was one of the 7 famous jurists of Medina. Although he was blind, he persevered in his pursuit of knowledge and teaching it. He narrated hadith from many senior companions, including Ammar bin Yasir, Aisha al-Mu'minin, Abu Huraira, and many more. One of the hadiths he narrated was, "Rasulullah, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him, forbade the sale of dogs, the dowry of an adulteress, and the wages of a fortune-teller." This hadith shows his concern for the laws of Sharia and his desire to rid society of prohibited practices. The nickname Rahib of Quraysh was given to him because of his devotion to worship. He was known to perform many voluntary prayers and fasts. One of his brothers testified, "My brother, Abu Bakr, always observed fasts and never broke them." One day his son was surprised to see him breaking his fast. When asked, Abu Bakr replied that he was junub and had not had time to wash before Fajr, so he decided to break his fast based on the fatwa of Abu Huraira. This shows how consistent and careful he was in his worship. The seriousness of his worship is in line with Allah's words in Surah Hud verses 114-115, "And establish prayer at the 2 ends of the day and at the approach of the night. Indeed, good deeds do away with misdeeds." That is a reminder for those who remember. "And be patient, for indeed Allah does not allow to be lost the reward of those who do good." In giving fatwas, Abu Bakr combined the approach of history, hadith, with logic, rayu. He was very cautious in exercising ijtihad, only doing so when he could not find a text or a fatwa from a companion. He argued that fiqh rayu should only be used for the benefit of the people and based on real data, not mere conjecture. This caution is reflected in the hadith he narrated. "Indeed, I ask Allah for forgiveness and repent to him in one day more than 70 times. This hadith shows the importance of self-introspection and always asking Allah for forgiveness, an attitude that is very important for a scholar who gives fatwas. Despite being blind, Abu Bakr continued to teach in the knowledge centers of Medina. Many students learnt hadith and fiqh from him. One of his students said, "We learnt hadith and fiqh from Abu Bakr, and his knowledge is like an endless sea." Abu Bakr was highly respected by the rulers, including Caliph Abdul Malik bin Marwan. Once Abdul Malik said, "By Allah, I used to intend to do something to the people of Medina because of the bad impression they made on us. Then I remembered Abu Bakr bin Abdurrahman, so I felt ashamed of him and abandoned the matter." This statement shows how much Abu Bakr's knowledge and piety influenced the caliph's decision. It also reminds us of the important role of the ulama as advisors to the ruler and protectors of the people. In 94 Hijri, known as the Year of the Jurists, Abu Bakr died after performing the Asr prayer. Before he died, he stated, "Indeed, I did not have any impurity at the beginning of this afternoon." This statement shows his consistency in maintaining purity until the end of his life. Abu Bakr bin Abdurrahman bin al-Harith's passing was accompanied by the recitation of the Quranic Surah Al-Fajr, verses 27-30. "To the righteous it will be said, O reassured soul, return to your Lord well pleased and pleasing to him, and enter among my righteous servants, and enter my paradise." This verse seems to describe the state of Abu Bakr bin Abdurrahman bin al-Harith, a servant who had achieved peace of mind through knowledge and worship. The life of Abu Bakr bin Abdurrahman bin al-Harith teaches us many valuable lessons. Firstly, the honor of lineage is not the goal, but rather a means to achieve higher honor through knowledge and righteous deeds. Secondly, physical limitations are not a barrier to studying and spreading knowledge. Third, prudence in judgment and jurisprudence is an attitude that every scholar must have. Fourth, consistency in worship is the key to achieving a high degree in the sight of Allah. Fifth, useful knowledge is knowledge that is practiced and spread to others. May Allah bestow His mercy on Abu Bakr bin Abdurrahman bin al-Harith and make us among those who can learn from his life. May Allah also grant us the ability to seek knowledge, practice it, and spread it as the noble scholars of the Salaf did.